enables users to create digital V passes. Does that sound like he's taking anybody out of a matrix? I don't know if he knows about that or not, but whatever. But that's pretty important for someone who's marketing themselves as taking somebody out of the matrix. He's not stupid. I think he knows you really can't get out of the matrix. Not like how he's selling it. But you can give me money though. Tate, what he is basically the person on the Titanic who sees the ship is going to hit the iceberg and wants to run around stealing everybody's jewelry, whether he talks them into giving it to them or however it is, or stealing it, takes their jewelry, has a speedboat ready, and is going to get off, and he thinks he's going to get off the boat before it hits the iceberg. He's the guy who's in the Matrix. He says, I like how the steak tastes, or I really don't want to fight against the Matrix because I think it's a losing battle. Maybe everybody's too stupid, so we can't win. So I'm going to create my own Matrix. What is good? Good morning. Happy 2023. We're here already. It's going to be a big year, just like you've seen since the pandemic. Every year has kind of gotten bigger. The stakes are getting bigger, and we don't know who's going to be Speaker of the House. But this video is going to be about Tate again, and just digging critically through some of his stuff, just brainstorming it here. You take whatever value or value you get or don't from it. Here's Tate. Here's a video, perfect example of where he is based. I just use this term, based bro.
When a black billionaire meets a white billionaire, do you think there's any racism? Do you think they care? He's a billionaire, I'm a billionaire. Both our yachts are in Monaco. He's from Algeria, he stole all the gold. I'm a stock market whatever. There's no racism. The racism's for the poor people. Because if you keep the poor people divided, they can't wake up long enough to do what I did and read about how money works. Because if they do that, we got big trouble, right? Then the slaves will wake up. You don't want to deprogram the slaves. So you have to convince the slaves that it's not the monetary system's fault that you're broke. It's not the monetary system's fault that you continue to work for a set number of dollars and the price of houses just keep going up and up and up. It's not the monetary system's fault. It's the white man's fault, or the black man's fault, or the Asian people's fault. Someone else's fault. I think all this stuff, feminism, racism, all these things, I think they're all control mechanisms. They have to keep the poor people fighting amongst each other, because if the poor people all unite, then it's much harder to control us.
So that's his, a very typical take where he's excellent there. I agree with everything there. He says, bring people together. So they're using race to divide people. Basically, same thing that we talk about on the channel, just said in a very poignant way. But what do you do with that information? Here's something that I found via Crabman. Crabman found this via somebody else, but I want to give a shout out to Crabman. Got great information. So what Andrew Tate does is he has this kind of like this, it's kind of like a pyramid scheme type of thing that he works through, and it was called Hustlers University 3.0. And it looks like, the government, something got involved, he got shut down, and he got deplatformed and all that kind of stuff, which I do not support. So he started something new. So I'm looking at, he's identified a problem. How do you solve the problem? Like I said before, it's the same problem that young Ripa found with ISOM. Right here is a comic book.
I'm Eric July, founder, owner, and writer. Welcome to the Rippaverse.
It's the same problem. I think he would agree. They use race to divide people, is what it's used as a tool. What's your answer to that? What's your resolution? Somebody like James Lindsay, he's just an intellectual. He's an academic type, and he can just keep on pumping out the great. He reads a lot of books a lot of people don't know about or know very well, and explains these things. So he doesn't really have a solution, in my opinion, other than helping to bring, spread the news. But you look at young Ripa, he does a magazine that's not about race. You could be white, black, anything else, read the magazine, no politics, bring people together. What does Tate do, though? Tate does his own thing. You could call it a grift. I'm not into the word grift. And it's fine. If you get value out of this stuff, then you get value out of it. Just like a religion, I don't care. But here's what I'm showing you. This Hustlers University is what he started out with. Now he went to this real world. Let me play this clip for you, and he talks about it.
Now, I heard somewhere you bought a bank.
That's a payment processing for the real world. I also have to be very careful how I answer some of these questions, because if I give too many details,
might mess up the deal.
Well, it destroys my power, right? So For the real world, when I was attacked by the mass matrix machine, they also attacked Hustlers University,
Yeah.
which was my online school that teaches people how to make money online. We have 18 modern wealth creation methods. We teach everything from the things you know about crypto, stocks, copywriting, etc., to some ideas people have never heard of.
Yeah.
We grew exceptionally large. We had people who were making a lot of money inside the school. We had 150,000 students. So when they canceled me, they also tried to attack my business. They deleted the payment processing, deleted the banking,
Yeah.
etc. So when we've relaunched as the real world, escape the matrix, come to the real world.
Is it launched now?
It's launched, therealworld.ai. It's now fully online. It's fully functioning. We have 161,000 people. We have completely built our own app, our own social media platform. It's not hosted anywhere else. It's not on Amazon servers. It's not on Google servers.
How do you make money now? Because obviously you said the payment processor, you have your own payment. Right?
I have my own bank, which has a payment processor included. So absolutely everything about the system is outside of the matrix. From the second you pay to the place you end up where you're talking to people and taking lessons, none of it is controlled by matrix control platforms. It is absolutely the real world, which means I control it completely. I cannot be censored, and we teach people how to make money.
So I look at this and I don't like what I hear. What I see is somebody who identifies the problem that we're all living. If you don't know the matrix, we're basically living in a world where we think we have autonomy, but we really don't. And I think that's true. And he points that problem out, but what does he do? His idea is, Tate, what he is basically the person on the Titanic who sees the ship is going to hit the iceberg and wants to run around stealing everybody's jewelry, whether he talks them into giving it to them or however it is, or stealing it, takes their jewelry, has a speedboat ready, and is going to get off, and he thinks he's going to get off the boat before it hits the iceberg. He's the guy who's in the matrix. He says, I like how the steak tastes, or I really don't want to fight against the matrix because I think it's a losing battle. Maybe everybody's too stupid, so we can't win. So I'm going to create my own matrix. That's what he's done. So he's creating a matrix within the matrix, and it makes sense. His father was a great chess player. He's a great chess player. He's doing the same thing he did when he talked about his women as properties.
We're talking about assets, liabilities, etc. And I'm writing down all my assets. The only thing I had was, because I've been fighting all around the world, I had these 6 girlfriends.
He's just doing that. Why would you, if you look at women as property to work for you as a cam girl and all that, why wouldn't you just make everybody your property? Everybody who's weak-minded, and if you're into that, not that you're weak-minded, but anybody who's into this type of thing, want to get rich quick type of vibe, then hey, I can make money off of them just like I could make money off of my cam girls. Here's what I saw when Crabman looked further into this. He actually credited somebody else. Tate's Real World, I did go to the website. The website is up and running. It's the URL that I could find it under was jointherealworld.com. I did not find it under therealworld.ai is what I believe he said.
Is it launched now?
It's launched, therealworld.ai.
But if you go to this, Tate here lists this company, CMC Consulting LLC, as a partner. Charlie, I don't know how to pronounce this name, so Sikek runs it. But it's a shell company because Sikak actually works for the processor Bank Card USA. I don't know where his alleged bank comes into this here, but Bank Card USA is owned by Quisitive, which also owns a V Passport company. So this doesn't sound like, what this sounds like to me is somebody who sees the matrix and sees a market for people who are feeling like this stuff is happening, but I'm not really trying to help anybody other than myself. You've got to be, Neo and Morpheus, they never went and said, I have all the answers. Neo was the special one, but Neo was never in the place where he's like, I have all the answers. I'm trying to free people from the matrix, not make people under me because I have all the answers. Basically making your own matrix. And here are the receipts from it. It might be hard to see because these are pictures that are now being enlarged multiple times, but they showed this is from the Real World website. More information. It is the CMC Consulting. CMC Consulting, going to the website, open corporates. Then you see Charlie Sikak. Charlie Sikak I tried to do this independently to confirm this. I could not, and I'm going to show you why in a second. Charlie Sikak is a senior account executive, Bank Card USA Merchant Services, and then that's tied into the realworld.ai. Bank Card USA makes that difference, and then you tie them into the I don't want to upset my overlords, the V passports. So this is the same company up on V passports. Here is Bank Card USA difference, Bank Card USA. This is the matrix that he's trying to take you out of. The V flow that play instrumental roles in ensuring a unified and seamless V process, both for citizens and healthcare workers amidst these critical times, said Quisitive CEO Mike Reinhart. All the receipts are here. So this is all legitimate to me. If you find something else different, I will be happy to correct it. Enables users to create digital V passes. Does that sound like he's taking anybody out of a matrix? I don't know if he knows about that or not, but whatever. But that's pretty important for someone who's marketing themselves as taking somebody out of the matrix. He's not stupid. I think he knows you really can't get out of the matrix. Not like how he's selling it. But you can give me money, though. So he gave credit to Reddit, Gamma, Secret Kings for figuring this out. Tate's The Real World doesn't escape from globalists. Crabman says Tate is funding globalists. And then I wanted to verify this myself, but Charlie Sikak realized potentially how bad this looked and erased his LinkedIn. So Tate is not Mr. Transparency before. So look at the LinkedIn. This was all public information. This is nothing secret here. Before, he had about, bank card, all that stuff. And after, that's before, and now nothing's in there, stripped down. Why would you, that's all public stuff. Why would you be afraid of it? It makes no sense to me. So now he's hidden it. All that stuff, I can't verify it independently anymore. But him hiding it kind of means a lot to me. Then somebody looked into it for the domain of jointherealworld.com and found out that unlike what Tate said, it is tied into Amazon right here. Amazon right there. It is not outside the matrix like he's advertising it to be. You would think you would be dotting your I's, crossing your T's if you make such a strong claim. And it's hosted on Cloudflare, DNS. That's not outside the matrix. So let me know what you think here. I'm not alleging anything. I'm just saying these are things that I would like to ask Tate about, and something doesn't smell right.
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
I look at it, you identified the problem, what's your solution? That's how I look through things critically. Great, we agree on the problem, what's your solution? For the channel, I talk about it, probably talk about it too much, but who knows, maybe somebody's new to the channel. You know, my thing is, I would like to see people put aside their preconceived notions and work together. That's common people. That's the only way this is going to change. MAGA does not have enough numbers by themselves, the populist left, libertarians. None of these groups that are disaffected have enough numbers on their own. The answer is not for me to create a website, and obviously I can't do it like Tate does, but enough people, answer is not to create a website and give me $50 a month. Come on, let's use our sense. There's nobody who knows how to get rich that does a program that you pay for to teach you how to get rich. That doesn't happen. Don Dada dabbled in that kind of stuff in the past as well. Nah, that's not for real. It's all bunk. So let me know what you think. It's time to look at not just what people are saying, but what are their solutions. And then it takes you down a different rabbit hole. Take care.